This chapter was so beastly. Oda's been on a roll, all right, for the last couple of chapters. This is just great. That panel when we see Luffy standing in the middle of the plain and you see the army coming towards him. That was some Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings type panel, all right? The army marching forth. Bum, bum, dun, 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 bum, bum, bum. It's like Big Mom got the call, just like, what is it? What's the update? And the homies were like, I'm sorry, mama. I'm sorry, Cracker has been defeated. And then she was like, oh, it's time. It's time. Send out the Bobbin. Bobbin is out of the cage. He's marching downtown with the army, ready to take down Luffy. Now, here's the thing, right? Bobbin, he's fucking crazy. He's one of my favorite characters of Whole Cake Island, along with Ichiji up until this point, even though we haven't seen much of Bobbin. But the first time he got introduced, Oda just made it super clear that Bobbin had town-level destructive capabilities. Because he was talking to Mom, and Mom was like, hey, how did your mission go? How did it go outside of Whole Cake Island? Bobbin just says, he's a fucking boss. He's like, yeah, I just got finished destroying a town. I burned that town to the ground, Mama. How's it going? Like, he didn't give a shit. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm just done burning another town, no big deal. So he's coming in, and that's only one member of the army. So you can just imagine, oh, and by the way, I love Prometheus and Zeus in that panel where we see them floating around and you see like, the chateau, the castle being darkened on some Mordor shit, right? If you look at the sun's face in that panel, it's like smiling from ear to ear. It almost looks like it's on crack cocaine. So it really reminded me of Alice in Wonderland. Meanwhile, Zeus, the cloud, he's just like, oh, not again. This is my job. Oh my God, I hate this. I hate this so much. Here we go again. So I love the fact that we get the confirmation that Prometheus and Zeus are indeed homies. Because this could be a game changer. I'm not even joking around. Those last panels of the chapter with the lightning coming down and Luffy just getting like, rah, and then like Nami with the tempo, that looked beastly. But there is something that I do want to say, and I kind of was just waiting for confirmation about the fact that I didn't know if Prometheus and Zeus were going to be homies or if they were just going to be like another different ability. But now that we have the confirmation, technically speaking, because we know, like we were talking about last week about how somebody needs to show up because Luffy at this point, he took the Sanji beating, plus he fought Cracker for 11 hours. So that's a huge problem. Right now, he's just taking down pawns. If you look at the Gatling and you see like the people that are getting the hits, those are the pawns. The pawns are being taken out. The pawns go first. They're not that important. But you have Bobbin there about to slide like, ah! That was great. So, with that in mind, because Nami has Big Mom's Vivre card, I think it should be logical that she should be able to control Prometheus and Zeus. Imagine if like Bobbin just fucking gets electrocuted, fire starts raining down on the army, and it's Nami, the one who's responsible for saving Luffy. That'd be pretty badass. I think that would give like Nami some time to shine. I don't know. That's just an idea though, and it's not my idea. I've seen it floating around. I love that idea from the fandom. I really do. Imagine how cool it would be for Nami to be creating freaking fire tornadoes to come swallowing up the army. Like that would just be insane. And then like Mama comes out of her castle and she sees the army, like the entire green plain has been burnt to a crisp. And she's like, what the fuck happened here? That's another question that I have too, is that do you think that Big Mom is underestimating Luffy at this point? Because like when Rouge did this, when he took down a commander, Big Mom not only sent out Prometheus and Zeus, she also sent out the army, and she added a sweet commander to go fight a Rouge. In this case, it was Cracker. But as far as I've seen, like, there's not a sweet commander going after Luffy, unless, like, there's one hidden behind the ranks, unless Bobbin is a sweet commander, but I don't think so, because you actually get to see, like, if he were a sweet commander, I think we would get, like, a special box saying, Sweet Commander Bobbin, or Sweet Commander Smoothie, a.k.a. Bobbin, or Potato Starch, whatever his name is, right? So I don't think Bobbin is like, commander level at this point. Rouge got the overkill treatment. I mean, it's not even funny. He got fucking, no wonder he had to take that L, right? It was like he had the army coming after him, Prometheus and Zeus from the sky, And then he also had a cracker coming after him. So no wonder he had to, hey, at that point, that L looks pretty fucking good right about now. It looks really nice. We also get introduced to more of Big Mom's family, specifically these characters that are kind of like little kid characters. There's this one girl that wanted to use the chef's knives to mutilate something. But the moment Oda said like the head chef, in my mind, I just thought this character is probably going to be important just because of, the chef thing and Sanji being a chef. He may in fact be somebody that we already know. It might be Gin, I don't know. But it's just like, it just seems really weird that Oda just had that little girl mention the head chef and then like, yeah, whatever, totally irrelevant. No, Oda doesn't do that shit. So the head chef is probably going to be important. And in fact, in this chapter, Sanji says, I have not a single ally that I can count on right now. But what if you can count on the head chef, who just so happens to be Gin? Nah, I'm just kidding. Well, I don't know. But that could be an alternative, that he has somebody within the castle that can help him out. Now, when it comes to the whole like meal where you have the Vinsmokes and Big Mom, obviously the Alice in Wonderland theme is just so apparent, just so obvious. You have even the teacups being like, hey, or which tea do you want? And honestly, I agreed with what Yonji said. Like, damn, this food just talks way too much. Like, it's too, like, shut up. It's like very peppy and happy and be like, woo, like, be joyful. Even though life sucks for you right now, pretend to be happy. So it's kind of like the whole Disneyland thing. I don't know. I kind of appreciated that. I thought it was funny. The whole conversation between Pudding and Sanji, and this is just me. You can take it however you want. Personally, me, I just don't trust it. I don't trust it one bit because when you see the panel of the room, you see two homies there. You see the sludge with the hat homie, and then you also see the carpet, the flying carpet homie. So those homies could be spies for Big Mom. And even then, like, I just don't trust Pudding because it's like she said, like, I couldn't keep my promise to the Straw Hats. And I'm like, yeah, why couldn't you? Like, because you were out, like, getting a dress for the wedding? Like, what the fuck? Meanwhile, you led them into the seducing woods, and then Cracker came in. So I just don't. And then, like, wasn't there, like, a part where, like Pudding had described Sanji to the Straw Hats, and her description was just very vague, very stupid, like, based on his bounty poster rather than meeting him in person. And then in this chapter, she's like, oh, well, I know that you haven't said anything about getting married or all that stuff, but it's like, didn't Sanji like flat out say like, I can't be with you, I have to go with my friends? Wasn't that part of something that they had talked about in the previous conversation that was super sketchy? I don't know. Another thing is like, and this is like key for me, she's not like, she's still covering up her eye, so why? I mean, I don't know, like maybe that eye has like fucking mental manipulation powers. Oh, another thing is by the end, talking about the same the Disney theme in this chapter, by the end, when Sanji says, yeah, if it's the same to you, or if you don't mind it being me, let's get married tomorrow. That final panel totally reminded me of The Little Mermaid, when like Prince Eric is like hypnotized, just being like, yeah, I want to marry you as soon as possible, my love, even though the other person is a witch and she has him in a trance. So yeah, that was just kind of sketchy. And then another thing, if you look at Pudding's dialogue throughout all of this, she's not really offering any real solutions. Like if she were a true, genuine friend, she would be like, okay, we can do this. So there's not a lot of solutions or hope coming from her end. Instead, she's either shocked, sad, or feeling sorry for him. Or, like in her mind, there's the quote that she has where she says like something along the lines of like, I promise you I won't let this marriage be hell for you. Which is another way of saying like, I promise that like this marriage won't be as bad as you think. But in her mind, it's kind of like, I mean, this guy is going to have to marry me. Like there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. So it's kind of like, huh, that's interesting. Instead of saying, because Sanji did pour out his soul to her, and he basically said, I lived in hell, and so I went out to sea to seek my freedom, to seek something better for myself. And so I feel like if she were really interested in making the marriage work, she would say something along the lines of, you know what, the moment we get married, I will support you in doing whatever it is you need to do. And we can explore the sea together or something. Or saying like, I've always wanted to leave Whole Cake Island. Like she doesn't even say like, I can help you get the keys for the cuffs. No, none of that. Doesn't even offer anything. So that was just kind of weird. Also, Sanji's like statements they seem very like this is the end kind of thing. It's like kind of like, okay, this is the end of my dream. I've come this far. If I look back on it, my life wasn't that shitty. I have some good memories. So it seems very final, and it seems a little bit, I don't know. I guess I don't understand why Sanji does not have enough faith in Luffy so that he trusts Luffy to take care of shit. Maybe not entirely, but at least, ask him for, I don't know. Because then again, he is being blackmailed. But it's like, it's just very weird. Like, I just don't get it. He's been there with the Nami situation. He's been there with the Robin situation. And so for him to be so cold and just be so just determined to have Luffy not stick it out or just like leave him alone, it seems kind of like, I mean, are you new to the crew? Do you not know that Luffy is going to fight for you if you act? Like, it seems a little bit weird. So I don't know. There's just something else going on, which is really good storytelling because it keeps you on your toes. It keeps you guessing. I thought this was a great chapter. I really did enjoy it. It was just so filled with everything that I like about One Piece. It has drama, it has mystery, and it has action. So I really liked it. Tell me what you thought about it in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you did. Appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't for more One Piece content. And I'll catch you later. Bye.